Okay, let's be real. If you've ever felt completely buried by all the hype about making money online, you are definitely not alone. It can feel like this impossible puzzle, right? Well, today we're going to look at a proven roadmap from someone who says he's cracked the code.
So let's start with a story. This is Mark Tilbury. Back in the day, he was a millionaire who thought he had it all figured out. And then, bam, the internet came along and basically changed the game overnight. He had to adapt or go bust, and that whole journey of trial and error is what led him to the system we're going to break down today. So, after all that testing and, all that failing, what did he actually figure out? Well, it turns out it's a simple but really powerful framework, a system that makes it super clear why some people build real wealth online while most of us are just spinning our wheels. Think of it like a map for a world that, well, it often feels impossible to navigate.
He calls it the online wealth wheel, and it's this really simple model that breaks the whole journey down into 4 distinct stages. And here's the key thing to get. Whether you realize it or not, if you are trying to make money online, you are on this wheel right now.
And this is where the problem just becomes crystal clear. Just look at those numbers. A huge 83% of people are totally trapped in those first 2 stages, never ever breaking through. All the real success, and yeah, the real money, that's saved for the very few who make it past them. So let's figure out why.
All right, first up is the starting line. And honestly, this one is brutal. An incredible 55% of people who want to start something online get permanently stuck right here. They've got the dream, they've got the desire, but they never actually take that first step.
That's right, more than half of people never even get a side hustle off the ground. And the reason? It's pretty simple. It's paralysis by analysis. They're just lost in what Tilbury calls the jungle of online advice. Endless gurus all promising the next big thing, which just leads to total confusion and zero action.
So the only way to get out of that jungle is to get focused. You got to stop looking for the perfect business. Instead, find one that actually fits you. Just ask yourself, can I sell a skill I already have, like editing or design? Or would I rather sell a physical product? The answer doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to pick a path and start walking.
But, okay, for those who do manage to start, a whole new danger pops up, stage 2. This is the failing trap, and it's where another 28% of people find themselves going absolutely nowhere fast.
So this is the percentage of people who are, technically running a side hustle, but they're making less than $50 a month. And it's not because their idea is bad. It's because they've become a victim of a very specific and super common syndrome. It's called shiny object syndrome. You know what I'm talking about, that constant chase for the next new, trendy, easier method. This is probably the single biggest reason why so many side hustles fail before they even have a chance to get going.
And it's a cycle we all recognize, right? You hear about drop shipping, you get all excited, you pour all your energy into it for a bit.
But then, a few days later, some video about print on demand pops up, and you're thinking, ooh, that sounds even better. And before you know it, you're looking into selling books on Amazon, completely ditching all the work you already did. You're just constantly and exhaustingly starting over from square one.
And this quote just perfectly captures the cost of that cycle. All that effort is just wasted. You become that miner in the cartoon who quits digging just a few inches away from the gold, giving up right before you could have actually succeeded.
The only way out of this trap is to stop chasing perfection. Just pick one method that has some potential, doesn't matter if it's e-commerce, a service, whatever, and truly commit to it for at least 6 to 12 months. That focus is what separates the people who fail from the people who succeed. So how do you actually commit and start to grow? Well, that brings us to stage 3, and this is where the top 16% are playing. These are the folks making real, consistent money. We're talking anywhere from a few $100 to over $10,000 a month. And here's their playbook.
Their playbook is this really clear 4-step blueprint. And it's not about some secret hacks, it's all about mastering the fundamentals. They niche down instead of trying to sell to everybody. They show up consistently. They actually demonstrate their value, not just talk about it. And finally, they build real trust.
Let's really dig into step 3. Show, don't just tell. Okay, imagine you're selling a custom gaming controller. The weak approach is just posting a clip of someone playing a game. A strong approach, that's showing the controller up close, explaining exactly how those extra buttons give you a competitive edge, and then comparing it side by side with a standard one. You have to connect the dots for the customer and make the value totally undeniable. And for step 4, building trust is just non-negotiable. People are naturally skeptical of new brands online, so you have to give them social proof. Order your own product and film an unboxing video to show the quality. Get some initial reviews, even if it's just from friends. Show real people, not stock photos, using your stuff. Every little piece of proof you can provide chips away at a potential customer's doubt.
Okay, so we've gone from starting to failing to finally succeeding. But there is one final stage. It's kind of like a secret level that less than 1% of people ever get to. This is where a side hustle really transforms into a true wealth-building engine.
So what is the single biggest thing that separates this tiny, elite group from everyone else, even the successful people back in stage 3? It's not about working harder or having a better idea. No, it's about a completely different mindset.
It all comes down to this one simple word: reinvesting. See, the goal isn't just to make money so you can spend it. The real power of money is using it to make even more money. And when you're starting out, the best place to invest isn't the stock market. It's right back into your own business.
And the strategy here is just beautifully simple. Instead of cashing out your profits, you feed them back into the business. You upgrade your software to save time. You invest in ads to get more customers. And eventually, you start outsourcing tasks so you can focus on the big picture, on the high-level strategy that actually grows the business. This is the engine of exponential growth.
So there you have it, the complete map. From the starting line where most people just quit, all the way to the elite 1% who build empires. You've seen the traps, and you know the path forward. The map is in your hands now. So the real question isn't just where you'll start, it's how far you're willing to go.